What does it mean?
It means you're part of something basically bigger than yourself.
You gotta follow the laws, pay my taxes on time.
Follow the rules. Being a citizen kind of gives you a voice.
You have to vote.
No matter what state you're in, whether it's red or blue.
There is no such thing as a small election.
You have to be active.
Be aware of what's happening within your community.
What does it mean to be an American?
Okay, my definition or the definition?
No, your definition.
Okay, my definition of being American is if I take my passport anywhere in the world, I usually get first class service. I would say positively during the Obama era, but now I'm kind of embarrassed to be an American citizen considering the fact that our policies are out of whack. So I would say it's affecting me negatively a little bit considering the fact that our country is not in its best state of mind. So if you go somewhere else and you say you're an American citizen, they kind of just look at you and laugh because we're an embarrassment to the world.
Okay, thank you.
You're all-
What I think I see when I look at America and citizens in America is not necessarily what I feel like the most desirable status is to be American. I think that like the ideology of being an American kind of is coupled with the concept of like freedom and your ability to kind of decide for yourself.
Who think that actually we need to lower the overall numbers of immigrants once again, right? But then what we then have to do is think about what categories of legal immigrants would we actually cut? How can we actually reduce the numbers, right? And so this, I show you this, right, in order to help you process through. These are the kinds of choices, right, and priorities that people are trying to so we are having protracted struggles about this, right? And another thing I hope that you have gotten from this sort of what we talked about so far is that, in fact, immigration restriction is very difficult to pass. It's difficult to get enough consensus around the specific conditions because, I mean, people feel very, very strongly, right, about what kinds of immigrants, what kinds of relationships should be encouraged and preserved. It's also about projecting into our future, right?
Okay, so what does it mean to be American to you?
Okay. What it means to be American to me is that I am a devout follower of Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I think that he is going to bring us out of the conditions that been done to the black man in the wilderness of North America and bring about a universal change where we can all live in peace together.
This is not communism that's producing this. This is democracy. These are those very values that you talked about in those founding documents that are compelling us to believe to treat the hope of a just democracy as reasonable, as Christopher Eisgruber puts it. Say this to you very quickly. He says, if we were dropped in the dungeon of a totalitarian regime, we couldn't do this. But the great glory of American democracy is the right to protest for right. My friends, don't let anybody make us feel that we are being compared in our actions with the Ku Klux Klan or with the Citizens Council, the White Citizens Council. There will be no crosses burned at bus stops in Montgomery. There will be no white persons pulled out of their homes and taken on some distant road and lynched for not cooperating. There will be nobody among us who will stand up and defy the Constitution of this nation. King is in essence putting all the action of the Southern actors on trial by saying all that you do in defiance of the Supreme Court is breaking the law.
President Trump has thrown a temper tantrum and now has us careening towards a Trump shutdown over Christmas. In a short time, the Senate will take part in a pointless exercise to demonstrate to our House colleagues and the President what everyone here already knows. There are not the votes in the Senate for an expensive, taxpayer-funded border wall. So, President Trump, you will not get your wall. Abandon your shutdown strategy. You're not getting the wall today, next week, or on January 3rd when Democrats take control of the House.
To me, being an American citizen means that I am free. That when I grow up, I can pick the career choice that I want. and also to have a good education. I don't want to grow up and the future is based on electronics for our education. And also, I want to be able to vote for my president or my mayor without fearing that if I don't vote, something might happen to me. And also, I want to be proud, happy, to put out my hand over my heart to say the Pledge of Allegiance instead of refusing like I shouldn't do. And also, the number one important thing of being an American citizen is that I am free, that I am proud to say that I stay in the United States of America in Michigan.
To me, being an American means not being able to rely on those who are there to protect you and not feeling safe enough to truly express yourself.